They say winning is a funny thing. Oh no, losing is a much funnier thing. And losing in bunches not only makes a team sad and made fun of, but it also gets them in the history books. Here are each sport's worst streaks of failure, epic losing which might hurt even you a little to watch. Coming up right after this. Start with the 4 major North American sports and leagues and look for interesting examples of failure in that sport itself. Then we will pivot to other sports and outright eye-opening streaks of losing. Get ready to point and laugh and feel better about yourself. The longest losing streak in the NFL was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who lost 26 games in a row to start off their franchise history. The Bucs did not win their first game until week 13 of their second season, enduring some serious flack and coming into the league, which gave them basement-level expansion picks. Eventually, the Buccaneers would win a Super Bowl, but will not be partnering with Uber anytime soon. The longest losing streak in NCAA Division I football is the Northwestern Wildcats, which spanned 34 games from 1979 to 1982, further proving to the world how good of a liberal arts college Northwestern is, because athletics isn't their thing. The longest streak period for college or pro football is one that didn't just last a bunch of games, but nearly a decade. When Prairie View A&M's football team was rocked with scandal, surely they thought they would bounce back. Well, it took 9 years after 1989 for that to happen, and 80 losses later, the Panthers had finally won again. College football, the only league where tanking gets you nothing. For Major League Baseball, it's kind of tricky to pick a true losing winner, because one losing streak of 26 games by the Louisville Colonels happened in 1889 and another of 24 by the Cleveland Spiders happened in 1899 because their owner had 2 teams and funneled the best players to the St. Louis Browns, leaving Cleveland to wallow in misery. Damn, that was going on even back then in 1899? To me, the modern record stands as 21 straight losses by the 1988 Baltimore Orioles. Not only is this streak absurdly long, but it came at the start of the season. They thought they were bad when the 13 straight losses to kick off the year broke the record for that. Then they didn't win their first game until April 29th, nearly a full month since opening day. And they had 2 Hall of Famers in Eddie Murray and Cal Ripken on the squad. They would, however, go on to win 53 of their next 139. In the NHL, it's a tie between 2 once lowly expansion teams. The Washington Capitals and the San Jose Sharks both share losing streaks of 17 games. The Caps did theirs in 1974/75 and the Sharks in 1992/93. Both of these streaks occurred early in their franchise's history, and the Sharks memes still remain intact, while the Golden Knights have just as many finals appearances as they do. For NBA basketball, we arrived at the longest losing streak through a very focused process, one that involved essentially losing on purpose and perpetuating the surprisingly valid notion that the NBA is fixed. When you have a team laying down to the tune of 28 games straight, like the Sixers did from the end of the 2014-2015 season to the beginning of the 2015-2016 season to get increasingly escalated draft picks, you have all the reason in the world to speculate that the product on the court isn't reflective of true game-winning effort. Of course, it's hard to blame a team for taking advantage of a flawed system, and I'm not talking about the 76ers. For NCAA Division I basketball, the Towson Tigers lost 41 straight from 2011 to 2012, and it's worth noting that the Division III Caltech Beavers,
Nice beaver,
lost 207 straight games from 1996 to 2007. Caltech's motto is, "The truth shall set you free," and the truth is, they suck hard at basketball.
I just had it stuffed.
For association football, aka soccer, I chose Sunderland losing 15 games from 2002 to 2003 in the EPL. Seems their league has this thing called relegation, where if you suck, you get a timeout and are forced to play in a lower league, which was what watching the Hawks in the NBA was last year. For the World Cup of Soccer, I found an amazing streak of futility for one pushover nation. There have been 21 World Cups, and in 20 of them, a qualifying tournament was held prior to the main event. Only one nation has participated in all 20 of these qualifying tourneys, and failed to qualify at least once for the main tournament. That country is not the Vatican, it's Luxembourg, which has a grand total of 600,000 residents and has put up about as much resistance to their competing teams in UEFA as the Maginot Line did to the Germans in World War II. In 134 games spanning 88 years, the squad has won a total of 5 games, earned 10 draws, and has lost 119 games. Yeesh. For cricket, Bangladesh owns all the records for losing. They have lost 21 straight test matches, 23 straight one-day international crickets, 12 2020 matches in a row, and 28 consecutive combined international crickets, which means the Bangladeshians are like not good at the crickets. Lastly, for an individual sport, tennis has the best record I could find, where in 1999 and 2000, Vincent Spada lost 21 straight matches. Spada wasn't a terrible player. He was once ranked 18th in the world, but man, that's a lot of L's in a row to take, like these right here. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and you maybe learned a little and can now inform other people of how mind-blowingly bad Luxembourg is at football. Please leave a like, comment with other cringeworthy L streaks, and of course, subscribe for more interesting videos on sports. I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to the end of this video.